Welcome, everyone, to week 2 of the OCRP Season 7 League. This week we are in the Miatas at Lime Rock Park, the classic layout. Uh, this track has 7 turns. It's pretty quick track. Lap times will be under a second, and it's a lot of fun. I'd say it's easier than last week's Okayama. There's not too many tricky turns on here, a lot more high speed stuff. So we'll take a look at that. All right, so here we have a layout of Lime Rock Classic. 7-turn pit road entrance is not as tricky as it was last week. So if you got to go down pit road, it's right off of 7 here on the right. Pretty basic. The exit, make sure you pass the cone before you pull it on the track. So basically here, you're going to want to be left coming down the front straight. When you go into 1 and 2 here, this is a double apex turn. There's some curbing out here to the left that you'll want to come hit. So when you come in, you want to hit that apex there and kind of double apex it so you can come out a little bit here. There's some big curbing here as well. You want to hit that too. So we have curbing here you want to be on. And then when you come out of the turn, you can push up onto the curbing over here. Going into turn 3, you'll want to come into it, get a little on the brakes. It's kind of a high-speed corner, so you don't have to slam on the brakes too hard. There is some curbing on the exit here that you want to try to hit. The reason I say you try to hit it on the exit is because you want to stay left when you come out of this turn to set up for this no-name straight down here. This is should be a full throttle section up until you get to uphill. So once you set yourself up on the left-hand side, you'll hit this right-hander here, and you'll be full throttle all the way down here. When you get to uphill here, you're gonna want to lightly get on the brakes about right here when you're on the left side of the track. And you're gonna wanna go right, hit the curbing here, and straighten out as much as you can before you hit this section here, because this is where it goes straight uphill. And if you're turned at all, that you will upset the car and end up spinning out. And we come down here on the left of the track, a little bit of brake for turn 6, set ourselves up all the way down to downhill on the left of the track. A little bit of brake again. Actually, I think I just burped the throttle in my lap. Go through 7 and back down the straight. So real easy track here. Let's head out. So here we are out at the track. We're coming down the front straightaway here. Staying to the left pretty far. I'm going to run you guys through. My fast lap of the session was lap 12 or 13 that I was on. Across the start finish line. Got a nice little touch here. Lime Rock. I like that about this track. We're coming down the front stretch. This is our pit exit here. Don't cross the yellow line. You'll get a penalty. Safely exit at the blue cone. And also this week, we're going to use the blue cone as our braking point. So as we come down, I think I brake just a hair before it, right around the 2. You can go down to the blue cone, but you want to be, braking at the 2. That's your safe point. Down in the 4th. I'm 5th gear at the front straight. Down into 4th, down into 3rd. You'll see my throttle here. It's about 60% max, 60, 70%, down to 50, down to none. And I want to try and get closer to these curbs here. But see how I double apex, so I push out here, and then I try to aim for these curbs here. On exit, push out to the curb on the left. And now my braking point for this next one is going to be, I'd say, about almost halfway down this tire barrier here. This one you kind of got to play by the feel of the car. I barely get on the brakes here, just a slight touch, 2, 3 touches, that's it. And I'm constantly on the throttle to help settle the car and get it to aim through the corner. So right here, here's the curbing that's late coming out of this turn. I want to try to hit this and keep to the left to help set me up for this no-name straight coming up. So coming down right here, we're going to have curbing on the right. This is the part where you want to try to aim to be full throttle. I get off it a little bit because the car is going to push off to the left if I stay on it. So just kind of feel the car out. If you set this up properly, though, you will be on the throttle through here. So I hit my curbing. As soon as I know that the car will make it through, you can use the curbing over there too. Full throttle up here, up to 4th gear, I think. Yep, that is 4th gear through there. Okay, so we come up 4th gear, and right here, we're going to get on the curbing here to set up for this right-hand corner. And we are going to get off the gas a little bit on the brake, just slightly to help the car turn. You want to try to keep your speed through here, and this section right over here is the part where you want to be careful that your car is not turned when you come up it, because it will upset the car so much you'll end up spinning out. So my braking point here that I use, or my off throttle point you could say, is right about when I start getting onto this curbing here. Off the throttle, just a touch of brake on the curbing on the right, through the corner, off to the left. And for this one here, I kind of just play it by RPM and feel of the car. If you want a braking point, let's see. There's these like 4 trees on the left, so I don't want to go 1, 2, 3. On the third tree, this one right here, you can use that. Or you can do, when this modal sign up here starts becoming more visible. I like the tree one more though. So you'll watch that tree as soon as it, passes your field of view. You think you're next to it. And on the brakes slightly. And onto this curbing here. This curbing is raised, so you got to be careful when you come around it, because it'll really upset the car. Once you feel the car come through and you can get back on the gas, push off the curbing on the left. I do get on the grass a little bit here. You don't have to. There's no point to. I was just going fast through the corner and it just pushed me out a little bit. So you want to try to stay on the curbing as much as possible. And down here into 7, I just lift off the throttle a couple times just to help the car get through. And I aim into the turn once I reach the bottom of the hill there. So as soon as I reach the bottom, aiming and hitting this curb here. It also helps you turn into this curb. Since it is lifted, it'll help lift up the back of the car and the front on the right sides and help that right front get a little more grip, so that way the left side of the car can slide around. Back on the gas, down the straightaway to the start finish line. So this will be the cockpit view of the lap. My lap time will show on the timer right in the center of the screen, just to show you guys kind of where you should be at. Like I said, this was only my 12th lap of practice, so the more practice you get, the faster you'll get here. It is a high-speed course, so timing really does matter here. You should be under 1 minute, no matter what. Thanks, guys. We will see you next week for our next track.